let's really have a conversation, a serious one, about the Washington football team. Last week, they came out and said they're going to bench Dwayne Haskins. They said Dwayne Haskins' play hasn't improved, which it hasn't. They said that, he just hasn't had the time. He hasn't had the reps, which he hasn't. And they were just like, yeah, no, we're going to bench. We're gonna bench the first round pick just 2 years ago. We're going to bench him. And not only we're going to bench him, he's going to go from the first string to the third string. And we're going to put our faith in Kyle Allen because there's a chance that we can make the playoffs, which there is still a chance because how the NFC East is so bad. There's definitely a chance. But here's the thing. At some point, it's how much do you value winning compared to how much do you value development? And they both can go hand in hand, but it's like, let's look at the current situation. Let's look at the current status of the Washington football team. Even if they make the playoffs with Kyle Allen, even if they make the playoffs with Alex Smith, do you really think we have a shot of doing anything in the playoffs? I do not believe so. So at the end of the day, what are you playing for? Like, what are you really doing? Because think about it. If you make it to the playoffs, you don't really have a high draft pick. I'm not really saying tank, but what I'm saying is you don't throw away somebody's development for a current success. If the current success doesn't get you anywhere closer to a Super Bowl, think about it. If they make the playoffs, they'll probably they'll host a game because they'll probably win a division because ain't no way they're making the playoffs if it's a wild card. They'll host a game. Imagine they have to play Russell Wilson. Imagine if they have to play, Aaron Rodgers. Imagine if they have to play Drew Brees. Imagine if they have to play, imagine if they have to play the Rams again. And we saw what the Rams did on Sunday. Like, I don't see any way of winning that. So it's like, why would you throw away Dwayne Haskins' development if, one, Dwayne Haskins isn't really the biggest problem. Hell, the offensive line, we have arguably the worst offensive line in the league. Outside of Terry McLaurin, we don't have wide receivers that can create space. We found something really good in Antonio Gibson, but he's still a small running back, and it's kind of hard when your offensive line is that bad. The defense, the defensive front is incredible. You have Chase Young, you have Sweat, you have Jonathan Allen. You have Kerrigan. The defensive line is incredible, but the secondary is horrible. Like, Landon Collins is trash. Look, all I'm saying is this: Dwayne Haskins was part of the problem, but he wasn't the entire picture. And the fact that you bench him, but then you come out and say that you want him to develop. How are you going to develop if you move him from the first string to the third string, and the third string gets 0 reps during the week? So what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to improve? And think about it. He didn't even go to the game because he said he had a stomach virus. Yeah, stomach virus. Imagine if Alex Smith and Kyle Allen would got hurt. Who is your third string quarterback? All I'm saying is, bro, and do not insult my intelligence, Washington PR. There is no way in heaven and hell you're going to try to convince me that Kyle Allen is that much better than Dwayne Haskins after what I saw from Kyle Allen last year when he played for the Panthers. There's no way you're going to tell me Kyle Allen is that much better than Dwayne Haskins. Yes, Dwayne Haskins needs a lot of improvement, but improve him. Don't just put him, we're going to go for the playoffs this year. We won't do anything in the playoffs even if we make it. So it's just Washington is being Washington, man. And then now they're talking about more than likely Dwayne Haskins will probably get moved or traded. But even if you wanted to trade him, right? You're diminishing his trade value because he's not getting any reps, so he's not getting any better. And then all you have is game film. And while he has some moments, it's still not enough to warrant anything big. So what are you really getting for Dwayne Haskins? Nothing. What you're doing is you're sabotaging not only Dwayne Haskins' career, but you're sabotaging the Washington Redskins' future. Now, what I can see is this. I can see Washington losing enough, right, to make it in the top 5 of the draft. And if you get in the top 5, I can see you trying. You're not getting number 1. I mean, one of the New York teams has that locked up. So I can see you probably going for Fields or a homeboy from, I forgot his name, but the other quarterback. I can see you going for him, then making moves. But again, what if you don't? You ain't getting in the top 5 unless you make some trades. You're not getting in the top 5 if you try to make the playoffs. So what you're then essentially telling me is if you're really going for the playoffs, that Kyle Allen is it. Look, I get Ron Rivera that Kyle Allen was your quarterback in Carolina. I get that. Trust me, I do. But you don't, even Ray Charles can see that Kyle Allen ain't it, man. So I just feel bad, man. I feel bad for Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, I'm hard on Dwayne Haskins because, like I said, he's a quarterback from my favorite team. But it's like you don't just bench him. You try to develop him, man. And